It seems a little too dark. That changed a little bit. Yo, what is going on, my fellow cloners? I come here to bring you another mini MOC, and yes, this time it is actually Star Wars. Now, I will say the previous mini MOC that I did do was Modern War, of a Modern War, and the next mini MOC I will do is a historical war, and that will be Vietnam. So as soon as I finish recording this, I'm going to be working on that. But let's not jump ahead, and let's actually get into this MOC. And the more I look at this MOC, the more I actually like it. So I'm actually excited. Now, for you guys who don't know, me and Lieutenant Curious do Novolog building streams every Friday to Saturday. Well, Friday night. I don't know why I said Saturday. And we always build or take something apart, and I happen to be building this on the building stream. And so if you were there, you were lucky enough to see this completed and fully done for about a half hour. But without further, blabbling, let's get right into the MOC. Now this is on the planet of Lamaredd. I'll get you, let me move that out of the way. This is on the planet of Lamaredd, and if you guys don't know, Lamaredd is somewhat like Ando. If you guys don't know what Ando is, Lamaredd is 85% water, and then the other part is land, so kind of like volcanic, somewhat like Hawaii. So the islands are formed by volcanoes and all of that. So this here is a very interesting build, and I'll go over it because it's not normal clones versus droids or Jedi. This is actually bounty hunters and some band of pirates. So I'll get into the storyline here in a second. First, let's get right into the terrain because I actually like it. So here you see we have the deeper part of the ocean here, which is simulated by the dark trans blue, or just normal trans blue, which runs along here. The next up, I don't know if you guys can notice, but it is a slight curve upwards. It is a light trans blue, kind of like that tropical ocean water color. And that is there, running along there. And then up front, you guys can see we have clear, which is simulating the sea foam, and then we got some seaweed in there, which I think looks rather nice. And then it goes right up to the beach. And on the beach here, if we can set the camera down, you see I do have it kind of roughed up. I don't know if that's a term, but it's kind of somewhat beat up, so there's a lot of holes and gaps and a lot of good, I would say, decent terrain work because of the water hitting it, and there's some underneath the dock that you guys cannot see. But it's like that, and then it leads right up into the land, which we'll get there in a second. But if you look closely to the terrain here, we do have a lot of these leucomite pieces, and I try to put a lot on the kind of the beach, saying the seaweed washed up and it's been there for a while and starting to grow these stem pieces. So if we move on, if I move my stand, if we move on onto the land, you see we have a lot of, if it will focus, a lot of sand green patches around. So there. And I don't know why I did that. I think it might look nice to have in the terrain, and also that's my favorite piece right now. Here we have some rock structures, because if it is formed by a volcano, it would have rocks on it, somewhat like Hawaii. If you guys ever been to Hawaii, there's a lot of rocks and a lot of rough terrain. So I tried to simulate that. And on top of here, we actually have a few grown up here, some just grass with some stem grass pieces and the leucomite pieces. Here is the main pathway that leads to the dock. Has a rather a 45-degree angle, I would say, but just in between is just rough kind of 1x2s and the leucomite pieces. I actually love these pieces, if you cannot tell by how much I've said it, and they've been in this MOC. But guys, comment down below what you think of this pathway. It is a different pathway than the other pathways that I do, and I actually do like this one. So then if we move on, we'll see that we have the bamboo kind of stacked tall vegetation pieces. If it will focus, it's not focusing. There we go. So that is that. And if we go over here and look at the last rock structure, if I can't turn it around by that. We have just a fairly basic one, kind of like what I did on Cato Nemodia. I just tried to add some green to the top, just that one green. Alright, now let's get on to the story of this mini-MOC. Alrighty, so the story of the mini-MOC, I'll keep it short and sweet because the video will be rather long. But Embo, as you guys can see right here, is a bounty hunter. And so we had this drug kingpin, which is right there, ask Embo to get him some spices, and Embo did. He got him in a kind of package here, sealed it up, trying to keep it secret, and he's giving it to the drug kingpin. And off to the side over here, and the Duros right here, we have his two main henchmen, and they're right now just scouting, making sure that no one comes up and tattles on them. What happened here, and we'll go over the Duros real quick. So they're a band of henchmen, so they're bad people. Well, at least in this case they are. So he has a stolen AT-AT driver torso, and he lost his arm in a battle that he had. So he has a golden arm now, because, you know, the kingpin over here is rich and can afford that. So now he has a golden mechanical arm. So he's just patrolling the beach. I was going to say streets, but it's beach here. If we rotate this 180 degrees, if I can stop breaking the water. Here we have a Wigway, which came in the Desert Skiff set. I've used him in Florum, if you guys remember that mini-MOC. He was the one running with the plans. So he's here. He's just walking this way with a longer rifle. And then if I can stop breaking all these plants and try to find good ways to rotate this so you guys can see. And then, so that's a Duros, and over here is a Wigway. And this species right here is going to blow your guys' mind. Not really. But the drug kingpin, if I can keep him attached here, is actually a Celestian. I would keep his head open, but he does have a double face. So I had to keep it like that. And to symbolize that he is the kingpin and the leader, that's why I have the mask on. And then that's why he has the better gun, the clone carbine, which is what it's called off of Brickforge. And then Embo over here looks the same. He's got his bowcaster, and I'm sure you guys know what Embo looks like. So that is basically it for Lamaredd. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I shall get right out into my outro. And yeah, so be right back, guys. Alrighty, that was the Lamaredd mini-MOC. Leave a like if you did enjoy, and if you guys have any feedback, if you have any suggestions for a next mini-MOC, Star Wars mini-MOC, or non-Star Wars mini-MOC, I do have a few ideas that I might post on Instagram of a few things that I might want to do. I'll probably have like a list and have like option 1, 2, and 3, and you guys choose. That might be. And talking about Instagram, make sure you go follow me on Instagram, link down in the description below. Also, go follow Novalug on Instagram. If you guys do not know what Novalug is it is a lug that I am in with Lieutenant Curious. If you guys want more information on how to get into the lug, you guys can go check out the very special announcement, something like that. It's in my channel. It's on my channel under the video section, obviously. So make sure you go check that out, and the rules for recruition is down in the description. And that leads me off at that, so I hope you guys did enjoy, and yeah, I want you to have yourselves a very nice day, and this is Clone Production Studios, signing off, third track.